Hello everybody, welcome back to Crew's Garden. First video I spoke about cabbages and how you could wrap like leggings or stocking over the top of it to stop the bugs. That was a mistake. It's actually cauliflower and broccoli, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So when it comes to broccoli and cauliflower, I have learned that so many people are harvesting it incorrectly. And what I mean by that is I've seen so many people in videos or even just talking to them, they're like, oh, I just harvested all my broccoli. Okay. Then what? And they're like, well, broccoli's done. No. Don't cut it at the base. When you go to harvest cauliflower, broccoli, don't cut it at the base. What you should do, and what I would recommend, do what you want, but what I recommend is you cut it only a few inches, all right? And the reason for that, this is a small head of broccoli, a small head of cauliflower. This one's actually started to bolt, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So when you cut it about 4, 5, or 6 inches, you're gonna get a bit of a stalk. What that does, it's no different than cutting your squash, or even when it comes to flowers, deadheading a flower. When you take that away, when you take the flower head off, you're gonna send all that energy to different parts of the plant. So when you deadhead your broccoli, you can let it get bigger, or your cauliflower, it's gonna send that energy out to create more broccoli and more cauliflower. I'll give you an example. So here's one, I'm gonna pan down, and I can't really zoom in too much, and I apologize, I'm using a cell phone. So here, right here, I have cut this broccoli. But now, I've got a new broccoli head growing. And it grows at the top, at the base of a leaf on the stalk, right here. And cauliflower does the same. When it's growing, you can go to your Dollarama, your dollar store, and as mentioned, instead of doing it for cabbage, you do it for these two vegetables, where you take the stalking, you can wrap it over top, let it expand, keep the bugs off, and just put a rubber band over top. Don't put it too tight because you'll deform the stalk, and you don't want to really have it just fall off from, I wouldn't say cut of circulation, but I'm sure that it might get too tight and rot off. So when it comes to broccoli and cauliflower, cut it 4, 5, or 6 inches, let it propagate, let it procure itself and expand and evolve. I use every word in the dictionary, but if you want more broccoli, you want more cauliflower, don't cut it at the base, all right? It's pretty straightforward. When it comes to the cauliflower, I don't find it gets attacked by bugs as much, but it will bolt fast, especially in the heat in like July, August, depending on your area. Even with the rain we get, it can bolt really quick. When it bolts, this one, sorry about the light conditions, but it gets a little fuzzy, all right? And if you see the discoloration, it's kind of like a purple, blue. It gets these little spikies all over it, and that's the broccoli that's gonna start to kind of pop like a flower and create seed. Or sorry, for the cauliflower. And the broccoli starts to get a little bit, you see there's like one right there. They start to go yellow, and they'll pop open like flowers and go to seed. Sometimes they'll go crazy and they'll start to get these little shoots that they just go everywhere. The heat is what causes bolting. It's not overwatering, it's not underwatering, it's the heat. When you grow broccoli or cauliflower, I would highly recommend a 50-50 ratio, depending on your backyard, wherever you're growing your food. Try to make sure it doesn't get too much sun, direct sun, and too much shade. Kind of want to find a happy medium, and I know that's hard to do depending on where your garden is or your area or where you live. So try to get it before it bolts. Don't cut it at the base, 4, 5, or 6 inches. Wrap it up if you can. If you're having a bug problem, whether it be Japanese beetles, earwigs. We'll go over the cabbages in another video, and we'll show the devastation of the cabbage patch. The earwigs were really bad this year. We got a few that I might be able to save, but we'll get into that later. So cauliflower, broccoli, 4, 5, 6 inches. Let it do its thing. Don't cut at the base. Keep tending to it, and hopefully you'll get a good harvest this year. Till our next episode, Thank you for following Crew's Garden. If you haven't followed, please do. Share, like, and subscribe. And if you have comments for other videos or topics you'd like covered, I did get a request for our next video will be on peppers and cross-pollination with other types of vegetables and how to avoid that. So that will be our next video. But if you have any requests or if you have any questions about my videos, or even if you have a difference of opinion you'd like to share, I don't know everything, nobody does. I'm always learning, and I hope that you can all enjoy this journey with me and learn something along the way. So until next time, thank you very much for following and watching. Take care.